broke, the Goldsburg Merchants Association had created the Deadwood Days Street Festival, held annually during the first full weekend in August. Named after Deadwood, South Dakota, the Wild West-themed affair was not to be missed. In 1979, for the students at Goldsburg High School, Deadwood Days was the highlight of a long, dull summer. It featured food and live music, craft booths, a petting zoo, a 1-mile road race, stagecoach rides, even fake gunfights. 1. Elephant Bells. The morning after Deadwood Days. Doc Chestnut.
The morning after Deadwood Days, like every other morning, I rose before sunup to deliver 45 copies of the Goldsburg News Messenger. Usually the task was mindless and relaxing. Usually by the end of these long, quiet bike rides, my head would be as empty as the streets. But that day, the morning after Deadwood Days, my mind was a jumble of events from the night before. The night had started off so well. How had it ended so badly? My last delivery, as always, was the large new house just across the street and a couple doors down. I tossed the folded paper onto the wooden porch with a loud pop like a firecracker. This was the home of Christopher Goodman. Just a few hours before, I had pointed out the house to Mildred Penny, the girl of my dreams. Christopher Goodman, Mildred Penny. More clatter in my head. David Oscar Chestnut, I said to myself, you are an idiot beyond measure. My papers were delivered by 9 a.m. My mind grew calmer. I changed into running shorts and did warm-up stretches on the driveway as I waited for my friend Squib. At 9:30 a.m., like clockwork, Squib pulled up to the curb in a chugging ice cream truck, huge and pink, with pictures of ice cream bars and popsicles of every description. Even with its huge loudspeaker turned off, I could still hear the tune Pop Goes the Weasel in my head. This had been Squib's only mode of transportation all summer long. He bounded out of the ice cream truck onto the sidewalk like Tigger and Winnie the Pooh. Huge running shorts, tall white socks, skinny white legs, knobby knees, running shoes like boats. He did a shuffling dance up and down the length of the van. "This step is the latest craze," he said, too wide awake as usual. "I call it the squib." "I've seen it before, you weirdo," I said. "You've been doing it since first grade." We had been meeting like this almost every morning all summer, training for cross-country in the fall. From here, Squib and I set out on a special 8-mile loop, what our coach whimsically referred to as LSD, long, slow distance. Our route began along Palmer Drive, separating the old neighborhood, my side, from the new-built and much nicer houses across the street. As we jogged past the newest and nicest of these homes, the Goodman house, I looked away. That noise in my head rustled back to life like birds in a chimney. "And are you even listening to me?" said Squib, punching my arm. "Yes, sure," I said, startled. "I mean, no. Actually, no. I was saying," Squib went on, "that I have calculated the number of steps in a typical 8-mile run." I should mention that, due to Tourette syndrome, Squib's normal talking voice was punctuated with odd little vocal tics. The latest tick sounded something like a convulsive sneeze. I said, "You counted your steps?" "Yes," he said. "Of course I didn't actually count my own steps for 8 miles. I simply counted them during a 440-yard lap around the high school track, and then extrapolated." As Squib talked, we jogged a mile more on Palmer, turned left on Country Club, left onto Main, past the Bonanza Steakhouse, past Gable's Shopping Center, past the Mickermack Grocery, where I knew...